Hi, welcome to another Crafternoon with Mandy. Today we are doing a science project. We are going to be making lava lamps. It's kind of just a one and done sort of project. It's not very decorative after the whole excitement is done, but I still think it's really cool. I know I say that about a lot of things, but I just think a lot of things are really cool. It's cool to look at, it's fun to do, it's kind of funky. So here's what you'll need. Once again, mostly household items. You will need some water, some vegetable oil. Can you think of two things about these items that will make it look lava lampy? They do not mix, but we're gonna add a few other things to make it a little more interesting than just making like salad dressing. You also want some food coloring. Again, I'm using my trusty liquid watercolor. And the interesting ingredient is Alka Seltzer. So everyone watching this is probably too young to remember the jingle for Alka Seltzer. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. But we're going to use it to make our lava lamp dance. All right, I will show you how we do this. First things first, you need a little bit of water. I have a jar here. A glass jar is probably the clearest vessel that you could use for this project. So you want about, I don't know, this jar is not that tall, so depending on how tall your jar is, I'm going to put about an inch or so of water at the bottom. And then you're going to fill it with oil. This is just regular vegetable oil. You could use canola oil, you could probably use olive oil, although that's a lot of expensive olive oil to waste. You can also use discard oil from like frying or cooking. But I'm just using regular old vegetable oil all the way to the top to get the full effect. So it does a little bit of a dance. You can see the water is at the bottom. There's a lot of bubbles. And then I'm going to get a little bit closer to do this so you can see how cool it looks. Do you think that the dye is going to dye the oil or just the water? That is the mystery. Let's find out. I've moved my production over here just so you can see a little bit better how this is going to go. So I'm putting my dye in. It's going to separate from the oil like the water, but once it settles into the water, theoretically, it should dye the water. So let's see. Now what we have here is that the dye is just sitting on top of the bubbles. I'm going to see if I can stir it and get the dye to go into the water. Stay tuned. Okay, let's see if this works. I have my trusty craft stick. There we go. So I just had to pop the bubbles of dye to color the water. And this on its own kind of looks really cool. I'm kind of into this sort of, it looks like Dippin' Dots again. That's an outdated reference. But if you ever hung out at the Crossgates Mall, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So it's extremely oily. Let's see how it goes. I've got my Alka Seltzer tablets here. And there's 2 per pack, 2 per thing. So I'm gonna put both in and see what happens. Hopefully we don't have an incident again where it just sits on the top of the oil. But we will find out. Okay, here goes nothing. You ready? It sounds really cool too. You can hear it. It's really cool. there you have it. An Alka Seltzer lava lamp with oil and water and food coloring. I would advise you to just put down a little bit of paper towel or aluminum foil just to protect your surface, because I'm noticing that it's bubbling so violently that it's kind of creating like a mist of red dye on the table here, which I'll have to do my best to clean up. But we're still going. Like, this is still going. I think 2 for about a jar of this size is the right move. I'm just gonna sit and watch the last bits of my jar bubble away, and that is it for another Crafternoon with Mandy. We'll see you again real soon. Bye.